it was like a Bjork moment, like
Sometimes
quarters in the stove, like you hearing the washing machine making a song out of it. Like,
yep. It was the dishwasher that I heard one time.
Okay, that's
made
what I
me,
was
like,
thinking.
compose a freaking
whole song.
Oh man. Okay.
Welcome to Mapping Out the Music with your hosts,
Rye Daisies
and Care Bear, a podcast dedicated to exploring the cultural impact, overarching feminist themes, and of course, the artist who created the music for Lilith Fair.
Lilith Fair was a traveling music festival founded by musician Sarah McLachlan. It was active from 1997 to 1999 and also included a revival tour in 2010.
For this episode, we will be discussing the Lilith Fair tour of 1998, which included 122 solo female artists and women-fronted bands across 57 shows that spanned the United States and Canada.
Lilith Fair had a deep influence on both of us as children. Our love for this festival, along with feminism and inclusion in music as a whole, led us to create this podcast where we hope to uplift the voices of women in music.
As a companion to each episode, we created a playlist for you to follow along with on your favorite streaming platforms. You can find the links in our show notes. Due to licensing restraints, we are unable to preview with you in real time, but we hope that you will go check out our playlist and support the artists.
As with all internet deep dives, our information is only as accurate as we can uncover. If you have supported information to contrary, please let us know. Hey everybody, welcome back for episode 7. Where we are talking about a 1998 in the playlist part 4.
I can't, wow, I'm like.
We were about to say the same thing at the same exact time.
We do that a lot. I'm sorry, you guys. Or you're welcome, I'm not sure.
I am so proud of us.
Me too.
We have gotten through, you know, the beginning of like putting all your thoughts to the idea, like, and getting the idea like out onto paper and like put all the playlists together and
what comes next and this thing and if we're doing that we should do this thing and we got to think about this thing and
I'm so proud of us. We did it. We doing the damn thing, girl. We're officially podcast bros.
High five.
Okay, so I say let's just get right into it then.
Yeah, you want to start us off?
I will start us off. First up, we have the song is Adia by Sarah McLachlan. Sarah McLachlan is obviously the founder of Lilith Fair.
Ooh.
The reason we are here. She was inducted into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame in May 2024. She toured back to back in 2025, first fumbling towards Ecstasy 30th anniversary tour, ran 17 shows in Canada from October 15th through November 9th, and then the Better Broken tour, which ran from November 16th through November 29th with 9 shows in the United States. Yeah, she's been busy.
Dude,
well, and not just that, the movie came out, the documentary.
Yep.
So I've seen her all over the podcast.
She's been hitting the podcast. Yeah.
Okay, so this song, Weeps.
Oh, I love this song.
Cry.
I think this is one of my, I would say, top 3 Sarah McLachlan songs.
Same. This one reminds me a lot of my dad.
Oh,
because you know back in the day how like you'd have your CDs obviously, but like every car had a CD case.
The infamous booklet.
Right, that was like just in there, you know, whatever had kind of made its way in there. Well, there was a couple Sarah McLachlan CDs in my dad's car, like CD thing. So I remember many times
was it the Grand Prix?
It was the Grand
How did I know?
It was.
Oh my God, I love that so much.
It was. Yeah. And I was telling him today, I was like, oh, you know, actually, I'm going to talk about you today a little in the podcast. You're going to come up because of that song Adia by Sarah McLachlan. He's like, I love that song. Like, I know, I've heard you sing it so many times.
Oh, I bet he rocks that song.
He does.
Knowing his vocal range, which is the thing I really like about this song for her, is it really displays her vocal capability. And like, do you remember watching her perform this at Lilith Fair when we went in 2010?
No.
I do. And
You have a better memory than I do.
Oh, sometimes, not always. I remember this though because it was such a powerful performance, and it was like one of those bucket list items that you didn't know you needed to have
Until it
happened.
Until she's singing that song and you're like,
yes.
I have a hard time with details sometimes. CPTSD and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
My memory sucks sometimes.
And mine goes both ways.
Well,
so
like, yeah. Because some things I remember like
clear as day.
Literally like can visualize.
Yep, which is also the CPTSD.
Oh, no.
It's a double-edged sword. Sorry, friend.
Thanks. It's the mental illness. So I say let's move on. And I do want to know that this playlist, we do have quite a bit of gals on this one that were also in 97.
Yeah, so we'll see a lot of repeat artists.
Yeah, we're not going to like super dive into their bio or whatever because we already did.
Right.
So, okay. So what a song number 2.
So song number 2, we have Meathook by Tracy Bonham. Tracy Bonham is a 2-time Grammy nominee and is a classically trained violinist, pianist, and vocalist turned alt-rock singer-songwriter. She is passionate about music education and has developed an original music education called Melodion. Her album, Young Maestros Volume 1, is entertaining and has educational songs with subtle and not so subtle music lessons cleverly integrated to create a really fun way to learn the basics of music. Think Schoolhouse Rock meets Free to Be You and Me.
Oh.
She has developed like a whole platform of music education with this. It was so cool to dive. It's all over her website. It's not in public schools, but it's because it's not in public schools.
Okay, hear me out. Melodian, like Nickelodeon.
It could be
Melodian. That's my guess.
You're probably right.
It's so cool to see like where these people are at now.
Right.
And like the things that they're doing now. The ways that they're using their platforms or like the things that their brain is still choosing to create. Like, and so many women too on this are still actively creating.
Yes. I've noticed that going through these is the amount of women who are still making music and still being activists or still doing this or still doing that. Like Tracy Bonham's space was like the arts are being removed, like they're being defunded. This is not good. So she's like using her platform to create a space to educate anybody, not just kids.
Yeah, that's amazing. Amazing, just like the song. This song slaps hard as
this song
fuck.
slaps.
The drummer came to fucking work on the song.
Dude. And that guitar hook. Oh my gosh, dude. This song had me bopping and dancing. And oh my gosh, I wish the song had more radio play.
This was like one of my favorites this week. And also just one of my favorites ever.
Ooh.
Because Tracy Bonham is an artist that I've like continued to follow and listened to her newer music and like, yeah, the song, oh my gosh. She came.
Meathook.
And she'll hang you up. Nailed it.
Oh.
All right, so next up on the list is Radio by Julianne Blue.
She was a hard one to find any information on.
Okay.
Not on Wikipedia, didn't have a website. All I could find was that she has an Instagram account.
Okay.
And on that account, she says she's a musician, songwriter, singer, in that order.
Okay. You couldn't find like any recent
Anything.
music?
Nope.
Or... Okay. Well, this song had me crying.
Oh, it had me crying too in the first listen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's like so real.
Yes.
It's like a slice of American pie. Like everyday life to me was how I felt listening to this song. Like it's not some grand weird idea or something. It's a song literally about just like life, where we're at, just like turning on the radio, driving, like I don't know.
That's an interesting take. This song to me,
It's grounded.
It is grounded, and in a very roundabout and interesting way to explain it. This song had a flavor to me. It was like in the same way that like Tuesday, Brown, and November all have the same flavor. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
have you ever heard that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
In that concept, this song to me had a flavor of like, there's always a song for a moment.
Well, yeah, this song felt like a moment to
Yes.
me, like a moment in time.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I also really liked how a majority of it was so chill and like just her and her guitar.
Yeah.
But then at the end, it was like the last 30 seconds, all of a sudden, it, like the drums come in and it just like
filled you.
Yeah. That was a nice surprise.
It was a nice
at
surprise.
the end of like such a calm, gentle, real song.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
I liked that. Alrighty, so next up is Small Fires featuring Lenni Jabour and Simon Wilcox by Noah's Arkweld. So the person connected to this song that actually performed at Lilith Fair was Lenni Jabour. So I'm going to read her bio. Lenni Jabour is a Canadian singer-songwriter based in Paris and Toronto who plays an eclectic melange of carnival music, torch, folk, and pop. Lenni divides her time gazing at either Lake Ontario or La Seine. In Toronto, she plays with the viola, cello, and double bass. In Toronto, she practices the piano in an old apartment on the 3rd floor. Otherwise, she practices in an ancient piano repair shop, La Repéture, in the 12E near Park Bercy. She's played at the Drake Hotel. She has played at La Cigale. Sometimes for breakfast, she eats maple syrup, and other times she eats confiture. In France, she writes songs in English. In Canada, she writes songs in French. She rides a large vintage bicycle to get most places, no matter where they are. And then I couldn't really find any music that was by Lenni Jabour.
Okay.
Like herself.
Okay.
The only thing that she has online is, I think, a couple songs with Noah's Arkweld.
Interesting.
So she was like a featured artist like a couple times in their project.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a very like, I feel like she was a smaller artist. So.
Well, I've noticed going through this playlist in particular, we're starting to see where Lilith Fair had done like contests in local spaces to get local talent. So I wonder maybe if she was one of those as well.
Well, about the song, I would say that, yeah, most of my notes, I'm like looking through my notes as I'm trying to speak, and it's like I couldn't find any of her solo stuff on Apple Music where I made the playlist originally, which is a bummer because I really did like her voice.
Oh, her voice is beautiful.
It's like so delicate. And I think maybe because I don't have that kind of voice, that I really like those delicate, soft, almost like singy kind
I like
of
those
voices.
a lot too. Man, she does have a beautiful voice.
Next up is Video by India.Arie. India.Arie is an American singer and songwriter. She rose to prominence with her debut album Acoustic Soul in 2001, which was a commercial and critical success. Her music blends elements of R&B, soul, and neo-soul, often incorporating themes of self-empowerment, spirituality, and social consciousness. Arie has sold over 5 million records in the U.S. and 10 million worldwide and has won 4 Grammy Awards from 23 nominations. That's bananas.
Oh, wow.
Including Best R&B Album. Arie is recognized for her advocacy of positive representation in music and has participated in humanitarian and wellness initiatives. She has spoken publicly about issues related to self-acceptance, race, and cultural identity. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Love.
This, speaking of voices, so smooth.
Love.
Her voice is like silk.
I would agree with that statement. Well, and I think also it's like, her voice is so beautiful, but then the lyrical content. The message is also so beautiful.
So beautiful and important.
Yes. I feel like that's what made this song truly what it is, because the voice, beautiful. The lyrics, beautiful. The instrumentation, beautiful. The production, beautiful. It's all gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Her as a person, beautiful.
Yeah.
Chills over my whole body.
Yeah. This was a repeat listen for me.
Yeah. I've always loved this song. Like since forever. When it came out, loved the song. But hearing it as an older woman, like re-listening to the song, I think I loved it even more.
Yeah.
I haven't shaved my legs.
Yeah. And I don't care if I do or if I don't.
Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't.
The whole song is just like, I love myself. I'm unapologetically me. I do what I want, when I feel like it.
Yep.
Period.
I just,
Yeah.
I need to listen to more of her music.
I was thinking that
because
too.
she's one of those artists who I would say I've really only listened to like her popular songs.
Sure.
So I need to like dive into her music because I really do like her voice a lot.
So next up we have By This River by Syd Straw. Syd Straw is an American rock singer and songwriter. She began her career singing backup for Pat Benatar.
What?
Yeah. Then took her distinctive and powerful voice to the indie alternative scene and joined the ever-evolving lineup of Golden Palominos from 1985 through 1987, appearing on their second and third albums. She left the group in 1987 to establish her solo career, releasing 5 albums between 1989 and 2008. Straw has also been featured on an additional 14 compilation albums and appeared on 38 other albums between 1985 and 2021.
Wow. Well, you know, she's a bass player. So I could imagine that some of those are like backup vocals.
Yeah,
bass.
there was a wide variety of credits.
Wow. So she is one that I have heard of before.
Oh.
From P.N.P. And this is like the second or third time that I've brought up
P.N.P.
P.N.P. I honestly, you need to rewatch this show. It's on YouTube.
I never watched it.
You need to watch the show. It's like the kid version of Twin Peaks almost.
Oh.
And throughout the show is all of these famous musicians. Iggy Pop, Debbie Harry, Michael Stipe, Syd Straw. Like, they have all these crazy ass random cameos throughout this show that make it like really unique.
Okay.
So that's where I knew her from, because she's like a kind of like a main side character in the show. She plays the teacher.
Oh, okay.
So she actually like appears a lot. So I've loved her for a while.
Oh.
Another one who's not her whole discography is on streaming.
I wondered that.
My favorite record of hers is only available on Bandcamp.
Oh.
So I got to listen to more of her music because, you know, sometimes you only listen to like that one record you like.
Sure.
but that wasn't available to listen to find a song for the playlist. So I
Okay.
found this one. And again, is this a prominent bass clarinet?
Oh my God. Okay, literally. Is this a bass clarinet? Is what I wrote in my... Oh.
I'm being blessed.
The
with-
instrumental representation in this song is incredible. And you know, this is one of my favorites from this playlist this week.
Really?
And this was
Ooh.
new for me.
Okay.
Like, new, and it was wonderful, and I loved it. And when I was listening to her voice, because she's got a really unique voice.
Yes.
It sounds like if I could imagine our friend Cool's mom singing.
Diane singing
Yes.
this? Yes. I could totally see that.
And maybe that's why like it brought so much happiness to me.
Right, because we love
like,
Diane.
We love Diane.
Right, yeah.
But like I could hear her, I could like see her face and hearing
that
Syd
is
Straw.
so cute. I could totally see that. Aw. I really like this song because of its softness.
Yeah.
It was like so gentle,
Mm-hmm.
and the arrangement was very like almost sparse
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
Like the sound was filling the space,
Sure.
but it was also somehow like a sparse arrangement
Mm-hmm.
that I really liked.
Well done.
Next, we have Suspended by Noelle Hampton. Noelle Hampton is an American singer, songwriter, and composer. Her music ranges across the genres of pop, rock, and Americana. She is a member of the Texas band The Bell Sounds, formed with longtime music partner and husband Andre Moran. Hampton beat out about 500 other acts in the Lilith Fair contest hosted by radio station Alice 97.3 KLLC in San Francisco, California in June 1998, earning her an opening performance slot at the Lilith Fair at the Shoreline Amphitheater in Mountain View, California on June 24, 1998.
That is so cool.
Oh my God, zero practice time.
Right?
You find out in June that you're performing in
In
June
June?
for the Lilith fucking
Right?
Fair. How fucking cool.
Dude.
I wonder how that process worked. Like if you like sent in a song or
Right.
who
Because
was
that was pre-American Idol days, right? I want to say, or close.
close. Yeah.
So I don't know that they would be having like that mass.
influx of like audition type.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wonder who was like in charge of like reaching out
Organizing
to
that.
radio
Yeah.
stations and being like, hey, find us someone local. We're coming through the end of June. Mm-hmm. Would be my best guess as like
Yeah.
how they would do that.
Advertise?
Yeah. And like who picked, did the radio station get to pick and then be like, okay, here's the artist who's coming to sing for you on June 24.
Or was it like a vote in?
Oh.
So many questions.
Well, that just means we need to get Noelle to give us an interview.
And ask
Yeah,
all the questions.
Yeah, and find out like
okay,
how that worked.
happened.
Yeah. And maybe we get a smaller act from 97 too and say, hey, did you like get in through a contest?
Right.
Did somebody just get a hold of your management? Like,
Right. How did it happen?
yeah, because there are so many people that performed at this that like, how did they find all those women? Crazy. This was one of my favorite songs of this week also.
Ooh.
I just think that it's like, I like that aspect of like a song that's pretty,
It is very pretty.
but also still has like a driving force to the song that keeps it for me, like interesting, I would say.
yeah.
And then the dynamics between the verses and the choruses, I thought really lent to that vibe of like being pretty, but also driving at the same time too, because it was like the little more quiet verses and then kind of picked up a little bit more in the chorus. And so this again, and I had wrote too that this was like another song to me that just feels so real.
Yeah. This song, before I did the artist information on the song, when I gave it my first listen, I was like, this song is giving that Lilith core feel, that girls, guitars, and harmonies like vibe. And then I'm like, oh, and they won the like, of course, no wonder they won the slot out of what did you say? 500 other acts?
Yeah, that's pretty
wow.
awesome. I was like listening to the lyrics of the song, and to me the song is about like growth. Like the line where she says like, I used to fall freely, but now something suspended me.
Yeah.
So it was like, to me, like growth in a relationship.
Yep.
Like learning where to draw boundaries and not being such a pushover and not like, which resonated with me.
Yeah.
That's part of growing up.
Absolutely.
This is like a growing up song in a way to me.
Coming of age.
Yeah. Learning to quit dealing with bullshit, quit falling so easily, and stand. All right, let's move along.
So next up we have Some Jingle Jangle Morning by Mary Lou Lord. Mary Lou Lord was born in Salem, Massachusetts.
Ooh.
I know, I thought that was fun. She was a college DJ from the ages of 13 to 16. Attended Berklee College of Music with a degree in audio production and engineering.
Oh, wow. Cool.
After Berklee, Mary Lou moved to London, England to study at the School of Audio at Holloway Road. While living in London, Mary Lou began busking, and thus her career as a musician was born.
Wow.
Mary Lou moved back to the States and began discovering bands and artists like Daniel Johnston, Sean Colvin, and Elliott Smith. Since many of these artists had no records out, Mary Lou would do covers of their songs to help bring attention to them, as well as create a solid repertoire of songs deserving to be heard.
Wow.
I know.
That's cool.
After releasing several EPs for KRS, Mary Lou signed with BMG for a publishing deal and shortly after signed a record deal with Sony. She released Got No Shadow in 1998. Some of the guesting artists on the record were some of Mary Lou's closest friends and peers at the time: Elliott Smith, Sean Colvin, John Bryan, Roger McGinn, the Beavis Frond, and the list continues.
I think John Bryan was like a longtime collaborator of Fiona Apple.
I thought that name sounded familiar.
I mean, I don't know if it's the same person, but...
The work group, the subdivision label of Sony, fell apart shortly after the release of Got No Shadow, and Mary Lou found herself without a label. She continued on and did the Lilith Fair,
right,
and several other high-profile concerts and tours.
I remember her from back in the day. Did you remember her, or was she a new one for you?
Her name brought back...
Like you'd heard her name
yes,
before?
But I couldn't place the song to it. But her face also looked really familiar to me as well.
I think that may be because... So when I was listening to the song and doing a little bit of research like into the song, I found that this song is a re-recording of her own song that was originally on her 93 debut 7-inch vinyl single for Kill Rock Stars.
Oh.
Apparently, the song is about Kurt Cobain, who she was briefly involved with in the early 90s at the beginning of Nirvana's rise to fame.
No way.
Yes. Now, when you re-listen to the song,
that's
knowing that,
change a million things.
Yep. So I think maybe that's why, which is kind of shitty that we know her because she like dated Kurt Cobain. Like that's why her name rings a bell.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck.
Right. But yes. So apparently the song is about Kurt Cobain.
Interesting.
Yeah, this was definitely giving that like alt rock meets kind of pop punk vibe.
Yeah.
That was really coming about in the late 90s. And it was just like, I don't know, kind of fun.
Dude, this song had me dancing the whole time. Like, and the drummer came that day.
Yes. Yeah, dude, Mary Lou was interesting to listen through some of her stuff and like actually be like, okay,
now I've heard her.
All right, well, let's move right along.
So next up, we have No Mexico by Nancy Falkow. So interestingly enough, when I first started diving into her, I found her website and I was like, okay, click, let's see what that's about.
Right.
Not accessible.
Oh.
It was like broken page. And I was like, what? Weird. So then I tried to do just another random page to see if it was like my phone and my app. No, everything was fine. So I looked her up again, and then I found the Wikipedia page, and I clicked on that, and I was like, okay, well, is this weird? What I found out was she's actually passed away. So I think her page is shut down.
Yeah, because nobody is like monitoring it or probably paying for the domain and stuff. Oh,
which was actually really sad.
Dang, that's like the third person now that we have like confirmation that they've passed away.
Yeah. But Nancy was an American singer-songwriter and musician from Philadelphia. She was born April 22nd in 1970 and passed away on January 6, 2020. Falkow grew up in New Jersey as part of a Jewish family, and at 16 took first prize in writing in the National Foundation for Advancement in the Arts.
Ooh.
After graduating high school in 1988, she graduated from Temple University with a bachelor's and from Beaver College with a master's. At Temple, she met Mark Getton, who later introduced her to Scott Sachs, who both went on to be involved in a number of bands, including Wanderlust and Feel. They encouraged her musical and songwriting efforts and spurred her into pursuing Philly area gigs, which culminated in recording a 5-song EP produced by Sachs in 1997, which gained many favorable reviews. On the strength of this, Nancy won a local talent search for the Sarah McLachlan's Lilith Fair Festival, winning one of 14 slots on the tour.
Oh, wow.
The prize saw her sharing the stage with Sarah McLachlan and the Indigo Girls.
Wow.
I know.
That is like, as an indie artist, that would be a life-changing opportunity. And not even saying that that's like some gateway into some great fame or something.
Sure.
But for the rest of your life, literally,
to be able to
say that you shared the stage with artists like Sarah McLachlan, the Indigo Girls, artists like Joan Osborne and Paula Cole and Tracy Bonham and all these. And not even that, share the stage with other artists that are your peers that are like making great music and won their slot there too. They earned their slot there too.
Yeah.
The opening line of the song, the shoplift on the day shift, took me out. So like from the opening line, I was like, oh, I'm going to like this one.
Right? When I started listening to this, I was like, oh, I see how she won that contest.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Totally. This song was literally giving me like a song that would be on the playlist for driving through the desert.
Ooh, yeah. This was it was giving good soft rock. So I could see desert vibe.
Yeah, it was giving me desert vibe.
Cool night, breezy hair, top down.
Yup. Oh, that's so sad she passed. All right, well, let's move along. Next is This One's for the Girls by Martina McBride. Martina McBride is an American country music singer and songwriter. She is known for her soprano singing range and her country pop material. McBride has 14 studio albums, 2 greatest hits compilations, 1 live album, as well as 2 additional compilation albums. 8 of her studio albums and 2 of her compilations have an RIAA gold certification or higher in the US. She has sold over 14 million albums. In addition, McBride has won the Country Music Association Award for Female Vocalist of the Year award 4 times, tied with Reba McEntire for the 3rd most wins.
Tied with Reba.
Right. and the Academy of Country Music's Top Female Vocalist Award 3 times. She is also a 14-time Grammy Award nominee. Most recently, she testified in front of Congress about the No Fakes Act of 2025, a landmark effort to protect human voices and likeness from being cloned by artificial intelligence without consent, period.
I thought that was dope.
Yeah, thanks for including that in the notes because
absolutely,
that is a big thing going on right now.
Yeah. And you never really listened to country much.
No, literally in my notes, it says, I never liked this song back in the day.
Oh.
And I think maybe just because it was so overplayed in the little podunk town that we were from.
It was, yeah.
But yeah, like I was definitely not listening to country music back then.
I was back then. I loved Martina McBride. I had her self-titled album, a couple of others. She was everywhere. She's competing with Reba McEntire.
Literally.
Who was everywhere. I mean, Queen. This song, I remember when this song came out. And when the song came out, we were around the age we were older than 13 because she's like, talking about the girls that are 13 and then the girls that are 25 and the girls that are 42, right? We were probably like 15 when this song dropped. And I remember like listening to this and being like, I'm in this category. Listening to this song as an adult.
That's exactly what I wrote.
Fucked me up.
Me too.
I'm like,
me too, because now we're in the like girls of 42 category of the song.
Yeah. And I thought, like, even though it was overplayed when it dropped in our small town, like, it holds a lot in the long term. Like, it aged really, really well.
I would agree with that, yeah.
And it still hits.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it back in the day, but this time I'm listening to it. She gets to that part where she's like, this is for the girls who are 42. And then what was the line? Every laugh line on your face made you who you are today. I just got chills reading
bawling
that. I did too.
When I re-listened to this song, I was like,
I did too.
My God.
I did too.
Thanks, Martina.
She really included us in this.
She did.
I did too. That was 100% the same reaction that I had listening to this. It made me cry. It elicited an emotional response out of me. Honestly, probably more so than any of the other songs on this playlist.
Same.
Just because it touched a space where I felt like she was really talking to me. Right.
Yeah.
And that is a great song.
Yeah.
And not only did she have in this one song moments of that, it was for 3 different like age brackets. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, and when she's talking about the girls that are 25 surviving on, cans of SpaghettiOs and shit, that also felt so relatable. I was like, oh yeah, been there.
Literally,
I remember those days.
For real. I know. This really is a great song.
Yeah.
Like to say that about the piece as a whole, just it really is a great song. And you're right, it did stand up the test of time.
It's time
to get out the map and take a stroll down memory lane.
Hello, Mapping Out the Music. My name is Colleen Cleveland, and I'm here to tell you about my unforgettable trip to Lilith Fair, Milwaukee, 1998. I think the date was August 19th, 1998, and I definitely know it was Milwaukee. It was the first time I ever took a solo road trip to another state. I went early. I had a plan, since I went to the one in Chicago in 1997. I loved that stadium. When I walked in, some guy handed me a promo CD out of a box filled with songs from all these festivals' artists. Female artists I was seeing, and female artists that I knew by their videos. I popped it open later that night, and it became my favorite CD of all time. The first performance I remember was Joan Osborne, center stage, singing What If God Was One of Us. I wasn't a regular concert goer back then, just this Midwestern blue-collar kid. And seeing someone I'd only known from VH1 or MTV performing right in front of me was surreal. Joan was electric. She tried to get the crowd up and dancing, and at one point she zeroed in on this young guy standing on a cement platform near the front, saying that, "Yeah, that's it." Next thing I know, she's dancing with him, reflecting her energy right back at him, like they were the only two in the stadium. Then came Lilith Fair, guitar in hand. I remember listening to her talk to us in the audience. And I remember Natalie Merchant. This was around the time I think she'd just gone solo, give or take a few years. Every voice felt iconic. And I'm thinking, how did they get all of this talent all at once? After a while, I wandered down toward the second stage, following the sound of a band playing this edgy song. There was a blonde singer with short, shaggy hair dressed in blue jeans. She was so cool, so magnetic. The song was Not an Addict. That was my first time hearing Kay's Choice, and I was standing on a slope in the back just soaking it in, watching this band, but mostly the singer, and I'm completely taken in by the moment. After they finished, I drifted over to the merch tables, and then on my way back to my seat, Kay's Choice was doing autographs nearby, and I remember just standing there off to the side. Should I go say something? Like how cool I thought she was? But then an official closed the line. I didn't mind. I wasn't and never have been an autograph person. Still, there's that little regret that that moment stuck with me. I wanted to go up and talk to this good-looking woman and tell them how much I really enjoyed their set. Now, whenever I think about whether to speak up, I remember that day, and I always start a conversation with a compliment, first, to this day. The memory gets a little hazy after that. I know Sarah McLachlan performed, but she wasn't last. I think she was mid-lineup. I remember because her drummer wore this white straw cowboy hat, the kind with the sides crushed in. It hit me then. Oh, celebrities don't always look like they do in their music videos all the time. For a Midwestern girl who grew up with artists existing only on TV or the radio, it was a kind of culture shock, I guess. It was definitely one of those real-life moments. Somewhere over those 3 years of Lilith Fair, I bought my very first concert t-shirt. I bought two. One was the concert shirt with the artists on the back and the naked Lilith on the front. But my favorite I wore almost every day was gray, with Lilith Fair scripted on the left breast and a purple rectangle logo on the back. I wore it until it faded, stretched, and thinned. But I loved that shirt. Thanks for listening. I'm Colleen Cleveland, and this has been Mapping Out the Music. Lilith Fair, Milwaukee, 1998.
So next up on our list, we have Never Stop by the brand new Heavies featuring India Davenport. India is best known for the 4 years she spent with the brand new Heavies, a predominantly British London-based retro soul funk outfit that was quite popular in Great Britain in the 90s. After accepting the offer and joining the brand new Heavies in 1990, Davenport moved to London and was prominently featured on the band's self-titled debut album, which Delicious Vinyl released in the United States in 1991, Dream Come True. Never Stop and Stay This Way, all from the album, featured Davenport on lead vocals and became hit singles in the UK, and she went on to appear on the brand new Heavies' Brother Sister album, also on Delicious Vinyl in 1994. But after that, Davenport left the band to pursue a solo career, something she's been wanting to pursue all along. Davenport's first solo album, a self-titled release, came out on V2 label in 1998. The late 90s found Davenport touring extensively as a solo artist. Through the years, she has continued to work with the new Heavies.
Yeah, I couldn't find her solo stuff on, because I wanted to put her solo stuff on.
Sure, of course.
I'm pretty sure she was on one of the live Lilith Fair albums. Underneath the Red Moon, I think is a song.
Okay.
Which I believe was one of the singles from her solo record. But yeah, I couldn't find her solo stuff on streaming. I could only find her work with the brand new Heavies, who I had heard of before. I think it's because I
had heard of that band name before, though, too.
Yes. And I think maybe like I listened to like a lot of UK music at that time because of like Sneaker Pimps and Oasis and Spice Girls. And like I feel like we were getting a lot of influence from UK during the 90s musically.
Yep.
So I did remember the song from back then. Ooh. And I was like, please bring me that funk.
Yes.
This one is funky.
It is funky. This had me dancing my ass off, and it was a really fun surprise. Like, I wasn't expecting to be so dancey, this one.
It's like almost giving like a 70s vibe to it. Am I?
Oh, yeah. No, I could see
crazy
that.
for that?
No.
Not disco, but maybe like 70s funk.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Who got the funk? We got the funk.
And then her voice is like, she has such a powerful voice.
Yeah.
But it also feels so effortless.
It does.
Like, you know, some people with really powerful voices, there's like that force behind it. You can tell that like they've
can
built up
feel
to
it.
that. You know what I mean?
Hear it. Yeah.
Her voice is powerful, but like it just sounds like it just comes so easy. Yes.
Yeah.
Slay. I'm saying. And again, another song that like I totally lost to the sands of time. But then hearing again, I'm like, oh my God, this is a jam. So I love that about these playlists, that it's just bringing music. Bringing back music.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bringing music we've never heard. It's bringing music that we forgot about.
Yeah.
I like the brand new Heavies, and I like her voice. So I'm glad that this one is back in my brain again. All right, let's move along. So next is Numb by Holly McNarland. Canadian native Holly McNarland, a competent singer, songwriter, and guitarist, began her career around 1995 with the independently recorded EP she titled Sour Pie. She was 21 at the time. The EP carries 6 tracks and was completed in less than a week's time. That debut was strong enough to land McNarland a contract with MCA Canada. McNarland was born in 1975 and then raised in Winnipeg, where a friend introduced her to her first guitar when she was 15. After learning a few chords, she began composing her own tunes and lyrics. Soon, she was entering talent contests where she learned to perform on stage in front of a live audience. Since her first EP, she has released 4 full-length records. And I have our first correction.
Okay.
Since we've been doing this that we know of, like something that we did get wrong.
Okay.
So Holly McNarland was featured in the 97 playlist.
Okay.
She did not perform in Lilith Fair in 97.
Oh.
So because we had already talked about her in 97, I was doing like almost like a deeper of a deep dive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like trying to find other information about her that I could like relay in the information bio section.
Yeah.
And I came across an interview with her in it where they're talking about her involvement with the Lilith Fair.
Okay.
So what it says is that she did take part in the 96 like small pre-trial run of Lilith Fair.
Okay.
But in 97, she was like on an extensive tour of her own stuff. So she got asked to do Lilith Fair, and she actually turned it down in 97 because of like exhaustion.
Oh.
But then when the opportunity came back around in 98, she did take that tour opportunity.
Wow.
So I wonder if it's because of like her involvement with the 96 that the like information got skewed in the Wikipedia
That
info.
would make sense.
Right. So yeah, our first correction. Sorry we got that wrong, you guys. But like,
Hey, but you caught it. Like, we caught it ourselves.
well, and this is like also the point is that we're learning.
Absolutely.
Like, we're learning about these artists. We're learning about their songs, so learned something new. She actually did not perform in 97. She performed for Lilith Fair in 96
and 98.
But back to the song Numb by Holly McNarland. This song takes me the fuck back because I had this record back then.
I thought the album cover looked super familiar.
Yes.
Okay, that was really validating, actually. Because it sounded, I'm like, no, I mean, I gaslight myself all the time, but I'm like, no, I've seen this cover. I remember her sitting in the dog's mouth. Like, that is not something
really
you just
good.
impose. That is an incredible album
It's
cover.
a great album cover. I love it.
Like, holy shit.
I know. So yes, we did listen to her back in the day. The line, lick your own wounds, anxious for the next one.
Ooh.
It really like brought to the forefront that album cover, harking to that album cover that you just mentioned with the dog on the front, and she's like nestled in
its lower mouth.
Yeah, so like as I'm listening to the song and I'm looking, because I always keep the album art while I'm listening through when I'm taking my notes for the songs.
I do too.
And like actually look at their artwork. And I just thought that was really interesting, the tie-in of, and I wonder if that like inspired her choice for the artwork.
Could be. Or
the
vice
song.
versa.
Right.
100%. I thought this song was a great example of like 90s girl rock. And it, to me, like we were talking earlier about bands giving off pre-emo and other, genres that hadn't quite hit yet. This was giving me like Paramore before Paramore.
Oh, okay.
In a great way.
Yeah. Her voice is like somehow ethereal, but hard rock at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. And not everybody can do that.
No, because not every like ethereal sounding voice sounds good with like in a hard rock setting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's got that like the beautiful voice when she's in her higher register and then just can fucking scream and wail and like get that angry vibe going on. Yeah, I love Holly McNarland. And I do really like her newer stuff too. It's been a while since she just dropped anything like super recent, but she has 4 full-length solo albums, and I have listened through all of her music through the years.
Okay.
And I do really like all of her stuff. It's not all as heavy as this record is, because this whole record does kind of have that same rock feel to it, the grungy kind of thing. But yeah, love her.
So next up, we've got Troubled Mind by Katie Curtis. For over 25 years, Katie toured full-time as a singer-songwriter in the U.S. and Europe, releasing 14 recordings and selling over 250,000 CDs. Not to mention the, streaming and downloads.
Right.
She's recorded her acoustic folk rock tunes for major EMI Guardian and independent Rykodisc, Vanguard, and Compass labels, collaborating with some of the finest musicians and producers in the country. Her songs have been featured in several films and multiple TV shows, and she performed several times at the White House during the Obama administration.
I know, isn't that cool?
Her audience knows she's not afraid to speak up about political issues and to stand up for the LGBTQ community. She's intensely grateful for those years on the road and honored to know that her music has been an integral part of many people's lives. In 2017, Katie explored a desire to work locally rather than spending so much time on the road. She got a master's degree in counseling and is now a psychotherapist in Newburyport, Massachusetts. She seeks a balance between her work as a therapist and an artist.
Isn't that so cool?
That is so cool.
I think who better to be your therapist too than an artist?
Right? Somebody who understands creativity and expanded brain space.
Right.
Somebody who doesn't looking logic and square.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's really important.
So first off, back to album covers. Excuse me, I wrote so hot on this album cover. She was smoking hot in this album cover. I don't know if it's the boots, the jeans. It was like, I was like, damn. Girl. Okay, well then I did the research on her. So I'm looking her up now and I go to her website now. Silver Fox.
Oh,
Might
why'd
be
you
hotter.
tell me that?
Might be hotter.
Oh.
Giving me mommy issues.
Hi.
Absolute girl crush.
Oh, huge girl crush. This was also one of my favorites on this playlist.
Ooh.
The song just hit me in the feels. This was another one I was crying to.
I could see that.
Oh, so much so, like, I added it to one of my personal playlists.
It really is. Like, I mean, the song itself is just like about being down.
Yeah.
And kind of trying to like fight through the bullshit.
Yeah, and just being overwhelmed.
Yeah. Like, and just trying to like get by. Just trying to maintain and survive. Which I also found interesting that the song is titled Troubled Mind. The song's meaning is definitely, you know, very like mental health oriented.
Right.
And then to hear that now she's a therapist.
Right.
I thought that was
so
really
full
cool.
circle.
That's what I wrote. Literally seems so full circle. Got me teared up.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was like, I didn't cry listening to the song, but reading that and then like listening to the lyrics was what got me to cry. Because I'm like, wow, what an intelligent, like emotionally intelligent person.
Very.
That was the vibe that I took from the song and her bio and her
all encompassing
pictures.
Everything.
Yes. And I'm sorry, but there's nothing more attractive than an emotionally stable person.
Qualification number 1.
Emotionally stable. All right, let's move right along. The next song at number 14 is called Violet Blue by Julie Kryk. Julie Kryk is a Canadian singer-songwriter and musician from Windsor, Ontario, known for her pop passion music. Early success as a young artist, she was dubbed the best new artist by the Windsor Star, and performing with major acts like U2 and Sarah McLachlan.
Oh, wow.
She released several albums, including On the Inside and Behind the Moon, Beyond the Rain, and has worked with local schools in her area on musical projects.
Well, that's a fun theme.
So she's kind of doing something similar to like what Tracy Bonham is doing.
That's
right.
so cool.
I think it's so nice to hear also like these women are giving back in the musical space.
Right.
And bringing the arts to the kids, especially nowadays where like I think you even said it in the Tracy Bonham info that where like arts are getting defunded.
Yeah, left and right.
So the more women, especially women too, to be a good example for young girls and young women coming up to see, here's this chick who's got all these records out. She's been making music. That's so important. And I'm so happy to see that some of these artists are continuing to do that kind of work.
Yeah.
This was another song that I would put into the kind of Broadway category.
Oh, I could see that.
It was like giving me like Broadway ballad was what I wrote down.
Yeah, I really like the piano in the piece. So like I could see that being a very Broadway like solo space, just you and a piano.
Oh, and you know me, Tori Amos is my favorite of all time. I love a gal and her piano. It was definitely making me think like listening to the lyrics of the song that the song is about like long-term love. Because it's obviously a love song, but like listening deeper to it, it was giving like long-term love vibes, which kind of also lent to that possible Broadway vibe energy to it.
Yeah, I thought she had a really unique vocal sound, and it was giving like early Britney Spears to me.
I would not have gotten that, but now that like you say that, I can hear that. Maybe it's the like, yeah, I don't even know. Now that you say that though, I can hear that thinking about the song and like early Britney, like ballad energy
Yes.
Britney.
Yeah.
I could totally see that now that you say that. All right, let's move right along.
So next up, we have Closer to Fine by the Indigo Girls. The Indigo Girls are an American folk rock music duo consisting of Amy-Ray and Emily Sailors. The two met in elementary school and began performing together as high school students in Georgia. Part of the Atlanta metropolitan area, they started performing with the name Indigo Girls as students of Emory University. They released a full-length record entitled Strange Fire in 1987 and contracted with a major record company in 1988. After releasing 9 albums with major record labels from 1987 through 2007, they formed the IG Recordings Company in 2009 and resumed self-producing albums.
That's so cool.
That is so cool. They have 15 full-length records plus 4 live albums and 5 compilation albums.
That's an insane amount of
Holy
content.
shit.
I mean, they've just been steadily busy since the fucking 80s.
The late 80s, yeah.
Right.
Good for them.
Oh my God, what do you even say?
That hasn't already been
That
said
hasn't
or
already
thought.
been, yes. Their voices are just so magical together. And it's like they both have great voices on their own.
On their own.
Obviously.
Right. And then together, this very magical thing happens.
And not, like two great singers.
Yeah.
People can be two good singers, but not sing great together. Right.
Yeah.
They really tapped into something.
They did.
And I wrote on here, their music touches my soul. That there's something about their songwriting. Mm-hmm. And it's the harmonies.
Oh, yeah.
It's the songwriting. It's the vibe.
Yeah. It's the whole
something
package.
about their whole package. It just literally, I feel something in my heart. It touches heart chakra area.
Yep.
And they're phenomenal songwriters.
Oh my God, they're iconic.
They have like a sound, but also not all their shit sounds exactly the same.
Same. Right.
Which that to me, I think is hard to do.
It
to
is
develop a
hard.
sound, but not have everything sound exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. They tapped something hard there.
Well, shall we move along?
We shall.
Next up is Only Sing by Jenny Bird. Jenny Bird has been called the most passionate performer in the new folk genre. The stage is her second home where she's been presenting her original songs since the age of 10. Professionally managed as a teenager, Jenny lived and recorded in Germany and Belgium. For the last 20 years, she's toured widely and consistently, playing festivals and clubs across Europe, Canada, and the United States. She is well respected in her hometown of Taos, New Mexico, where she records and teaches music.
Here we are again.
Yep. She has released 14 albums across her career.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she's been busy too.
Damn.
And that's a good example too of somebody who, like, not everybody reaches Indigo Girls fame,
Right.
but is still consistently putting out music into this world for people to consume.
Yeah. And influencing creativity in other people. Embracing that, harnessing that.
And that's hard.
It
I know
is.
as an indie artist to put out music, it's expensive, it's time consuming.
Yeah.
You don't get a budget for that. That's on you.
Yeah.
You don't have
You
a
create
record
your own
label.
budget.
So I just it's almost more impressive to me.
Yeah.
Not that the Indigo Girls or somebody like that isn't impressive. They obviously are.
Right.
But to have somebody putting the music out on their own, doing that work consistently
Right.
over decades.
Right. All by themselves.
All by themselves. That's crazy huge.
It is.
Okay, so this is random.
Okay. I love random.
No, you know how I've said before, like, oh, this would fit into this universe or this would fit into this universe, right?
Yes.
This song to me would fit into the Foxfire universe.
Oh, okay.
They're like at the clubhouse in the woods listening to music, and this song would come on the radio.
Yeah, okay. I could totally see that.
And like song meaning, again, as an indie artist, I really felt this song like deeply because like she says, sometimes I can only sing. And I knew exactly what she meant by that.
Yeah. And she sings with so much emotion.
100%. This one too was also giving me like driving through the desert playlist vibes.
Yeah.
I need to make a playlist for
driving through the desert.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought she did a really good job with this song. I really liked this. And I did check out some of her other music because I was impressed with the scope of her like releases. And I like her vibe. She has that like really chill, folky, Lilith core vibe.
My favorite vibe.
I know. Mine too. Next up is Anything by Kacy Crowley. Kacy Crowley, hippie chick rock and roller, took her time getting started. In the early 90s, she drifted from Los Angeles to New York, filling hushed coffee houses with her high-energy, intensely personal folk ballads. Next, she relocated to Austin, Texas, and sang gig after gig along the famed music mecca of 6th Street.
I knew it wasn't 8th Street. Remember in the other episode, I was like, that's in Holland. I was close.
Okay. In laid-back Austin, the East Coast born and raised singer got in closer touch with her singer-songwriter self, enlisting the collaboration and support of numerous local musicians. Earning a solid reputation around the music-centered town for her blend of easygoing lyricism and rock and roll aggression, Crowley's star began to rise. In 1997, Atlantic released her first full-length album, Hand to Mouth, on which Crowley's local Austin musician friends played.
Okay.
That's cool to get a record deal and like then bring your friends from back home to come in and be your musicians.
Play. That is so freaking cool.
This was one where, because this is a 7-minute song.
This is a long one, yeah.
But I like listened through a bunch of her music and like this one hit me the hardest. So that was why I included it in the playlist. These longer songs I really like because some songs need 7 minutes to evolve.
And this one needed it.
It needed the 7 minutes to evolve. And it did evolve. It wasn't the same shit over and over again.
No, the song took you like on a journey. Like halfway through the song, it's giving the vibe that like it's almost over. But then you're looking at the time and you're like, no, there's like 4 minutes left of the song. And then it just picks back up.
And like in her bio, how it says like singer songwriter but also rock and roll, that was really showcased in this song. Yeah, because it's like it's a very dynamic song. It does start off super soft, but then it grows into like howling almost. Like towards the end of the song, she is like getting it.
Yeah.
And I just thought that the progression of the track was like a really cool way to showcase her vocal range from that super soft to that howling.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a really, really good pick. So next up, we've got Is It the Way by Davina. She grew up in Detroit, Michigan, ran her own dance music label, Record, and worked as a recording engineer before signing with Loud Records. Her 1997 single, So Good, became the theme song of the film Hoodlum. Raekwon of Wu-Tang Clan and Exhibit each appeared on remixed versions of her song.
Ooh.
I know, that's pretty cool. Her album, Best of Both Worlds, in 1998, reached number 180 on the U.S. Billboard 200 and number 34 on the U.S. Top R&B and Hip Hop Albums charts.
Wow, okay,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I could see how that happened.
Yes.
2 of 3 singles released from the album charted on both the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and the U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs charts.
This was the one that got stuck in my head all week.
Ooh, this was the earworm.
This was this week's earworm.
Okay.
There really has been like one distinct song every playlist
week. Yep.
that has just like had me bebopping
Weaseled
around the
there.
house singing blue blue blue.
I knew as soon as the song started, because like we've seen Davina on 97, I think it was.
Yeah.
And as soon as the song started playing, before I even looked, I was like, I know who this is. That sound, her voice, so distinct.
It's like so chill and sexy and smooth. I like how she can sing so gently, but like within that gentle singing, she has these like gritty, growly techniques involved in like at the same time.
Yeah.
The soft vocals, the buttery vocals mixed with occasionally she just hits those notes that have that like to it.
Yeah.
I think is so pretty when people can do that.
It is. And she does it so well.
Yeah, she definitely has a vibe. Like,
she definitely
her
has a
music
vibe.
has like a vibe to it. It's definitely like giving sexy time.
It does.
Yeah,
it gives sex playlist every time.
100%. 100%. In fact, I did add this song to my sexy time playlist.
Look at both of us adding music onto our personal playlist this week.
I know.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord. All right, well, let's move it along. Okay, so next is Down at the Twist and Shout by Mary Chapin Carpenter. One of music's most reliable and empathetic songwriters, Carpenter has sold over 17 million records over the course of her
Holy
renowned
shit.
career, with hits like Down at the Twist and Shout and He Thinks He'll Keep Her. She has won 5 Grammy Awards with 18 nominations, 2 CMA Awards, 2 ACM Awards, is one of only 22 female members of the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame,
Wow.
and is a recipient of the 2023 ACM Honors Poets Award.
Holy shit.
It makes me like happy to see that she's gotten her flowers.
Yeah. She deserves them.
Right.
Oh my God. This song is one of my top Mary Chapin Carpenter songs.
I was wondering.
It is.
Because this is one that I feel like I remember hearing from you.
I believe that. Yes, though. This song is like in my core memories. And I think that's why it's so special to me. So again, in another space where we got to see an artist perform one of my favorite songs live, this was a full circle moment for me.
Well, and speaking of the concert that we went to, this song reminded me of how joyful that concert was. And I believe that's the word that I used to describe it, like last time we talked about her in the 97 playlist, was joyful.
Yeah.
Because that her concert really was...
It was such a good time.
It was so much fun, and everybody there really enjoyed themselves.
Yeah.
And you could tell she really enjoyed herself.
Yeah. And everybody was dancing when she played this song.
Yeah, it's just like I wrote in my notes, it's just some good, clean fun.
It is.
Makes you want to yeehaw. She does have that, like, at least this song was very like hootenanny.
It is hootenanny.
Going to the honky tonk.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Going down to the twist and shout.
Going down to the... So is the twist and shout, then I'm assuming,
Is the
is
hootenanny.
is
Yeah.
the honky tonk.
Yes.
Okay.
Gonna go play with the band from Louisiana tonight.
Nailed it. Well, I believe it was Louisianne tonight. Isn't that how she says it?
I think that's how she says it.
I think like in the song, the very end, how she laughs at the end of the song. To me, that was literally the perfect summation of like my interpretation of Mary Chapin Carpenter as an artist. Just that simple
that's
laugh
beautiful.
at the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's it. That's the joyful. That's the joyful. Love her. Thanks for introducing me to her.
You're so welcome.
Yeah. And I guess I really can't say that I don't like country music. Like I can't say that anymore.
No, I don't think you can.
Because there's been a lot.
Several.
Yes. Honestly, almost every country song that I've heard so far on this, I have really enjoyed. Yeah. So I can't say that anymore. I can't have that internal bias anymore. Oh, I don't like country music. I guess I kind of do.
Oh, I love it.
No. Well, we are on the last song of this playlist.
Goodness.
I know. You taking us home?
I'm going to take us home.
You're taking us from the twist and shout to home.
To home. I'll always take us home.
Thanks, boo.
So last on our list, we have All the Pretty Little Horses by Holly Cole. Holly Cole began her career in 1989 with the release of her 4-song EP Christmas Blues under the indie label Alert Music, followed by her debut album Girl Talk in 1990. In 1992, she signed with Blue Note's Manhattan imprint and released Blame It On My Youth, which achieved platinum plus sales in Canada, over 200,000 copies internationally, and based on the success of the single Calling You, a #1 charted single and album in Japan.
Oh,
yeah,
that's interesting.
The next album based on her hit rendition of Johnny Nash's I Can See Clearly Now, and its accompanying video cemented her success internationally, setting up her following release, the critically acclaimed Temptation, an album made up of material exclusively written by Tom Waits, one of Holly's favorite songwriters. I know, that's so cool. With 12 albums under her name, Cole has achieved multi-platinum sales and received numerous awards, including 2 Juno Awards out of 8 nominations and 2 Gemini Awards.
That is so cool.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, this song was so creep-tastic.
It was creep-tastic.
Oh, this was creep-tastic.
That is the perfect word for it. What I really like, you've done and I know I've said this before, but you've done a really, really, really good job with these playlists.
Thank you.
What I loved most about this one is like it starts with a kind of creepy-ish vibe song and it ends with a creepy-ish vibe song. So like it starts and it ends in the same kind of energy.
I love that. Thank you.
I did too. Thank you. It was a ride.
So I found out, I didn't realize at first, my first listen, but this is actually a traditional lullaby.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So All the Pretty Horses is like a legit lullaby.
Okay.
That she did like her interpretation of.
Oh.
So kind of like taking something from the public domain.
Right.
That you can use freely, like those old Christmas songs or something, and then like putting your own spin on it.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, putting this into a universe in my head.
I love universe.
This was Twin Peaks universe.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks all over it.
100%.
It was like so creepy and haunting. And like, I love that vibe. I'm a Halloween girl.
Yeah, that's
you know what
very
I mean?
much
like,
your aesthetic.
Yes. Give me the creepy girls. Those are my favorite.
All day long.
It was definitely given she's putting them kids to bed forever.
Right?
Like
they're never waking up again.
Never, after you hear that lullaby, you are not waking back up from that.
Nope.
And again, I really do like when people take stuff from the public domain and like translate it in their own way.
Yeah.
And that it's something that is like a traditional piece, but in a way that like you could even know this
Right.
And then hear this like interpretation of it, and it's like a whole different thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate, I mean, I guess it's the same when people do like cover songs.
Yeah.
I appreciate when you mix it up and you don't do it exactly the same thing.
Right. Like on our last playlist, was it Angelique Kidjo? Or Kidjo?
Kidjo, yeah.
Did
the
Voodoo Child?
Yes. And just in a totally different way.
Yep.
That you feel like you're listening to a whole different
new
song. Not that you're listening to some you know, other piece that was written by whoever else.
Yeah.
I definitely think this song, if it's not already, needs to be in a horror movie.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe a horror movie that Lisa Loeb stars in.
Yes, please. Can we make this happen? Like,
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
Are we becoming screenwriters? Do we need to write
Who
it?
knows what's going to happen from here? We're just spitballing. But it's a great idea.
Oh my God. Well, speaking of great ideas, all of this has been a great idea.
Yeah.
This playlist this week, great idea.
100%.
And now we're at the end of it.
Man, another one down.
Another one down. We got through 20 more songs.
Gosh, that's so amazing.
I know. And that you guys along the way have been listening to with us also.
Yeah.
Like at this point, we've heard a lot of music together.
Yeah, a lot.
And we've talked about a lot of different artists.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes, definitely. Please don't forget to follow us on TikTok, follow our Instagram, and yeah, please share the playlist, share the podcast with your friends and family. If you know anybody who's also into like 90s nostalgia or women in music, then please pass the word along, because word of mouth is sometimes the best advertising.
And we just want to give a special thank you to Colleen, who gave us her memory for this week's episode. Thank you so much, Colleen.
I know, memory too, from Colleen.
Appreciate that so much.
I know, me too. I really do. You can tell that she really put a lot of effort into that, like giving us these memories and stuff. So thank you so much, Colleen.
Thank you so much.
And we will catch you guys back here in 2 weeks' time.
All right. Bye.
Bye. For today's charity spotlight, we'd like to introduce Reverb. Uniting around the music we love, tackling the environmental and social issues we face, Reverb is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to creating a more sustainable music industry and empowering millions of individuals to take action toward a better future for people and the planet. Reverb partners with musicians, festivals, and venues to green their concert events while engaging fans face-to-face at shows to take action on important environmental, climate, and social issues. They create and execute comprehensive sustainability programs to reduce concert and tour footprints, including single-use plastic reductions or elimination, local farm food coordination, enhanced waste reduction and management, excess food donations, greenhouse gas mitigation, measurement and naturalization, and much more. You can find them at www.reverb.org. And for more information and links to donate, please check out our show notes.